What's up, everybody? My name is Matt Modi, content producer and betting analyst for OddsJam. And you guys know the drill at this point. This morning, I got 4 NBA player props to bet. So, had a little bit of a rough patch here. I had a 4-0 day. Then I followed that up with 2 straight 1-3 days. So, I'm 2-6 in my last 2 days of these player props. Not great, but with that said, I had a great day betting yesterday. So hopefully you've been following along, not just on these YouTube videos, but my lock of the day hit. I wrote a game preview for every game on the OddsJam website. Check that out at the link you see in the description for our NBA page for all our picks and analysis. Did really well on my game predictions yesterday. Went 3-0 predicting against the spread. Went 2-0 predicting my totals. So went really well there. Brings my total profit to over 1,000 so far this week. And if you look at the days specifically, I've had pretty much all green except for one bad day 2 days ago, down 200. Followed that up yesterday, up 340 bucks essentially. So really good week for me overall. Just unfortunate that these player props haven't been doing well. Everything you see on the screen here, this all comes from OddsJam. So all the bets I place come from OddsJam. All the numbers you see, my total profit, profit over time, profit by sportsbook, sport, by bet type, all that good stuff, that all comes specifically from OddsJam. So what I want you to do is, if that you are not currently a subscribed member of OddsJam, go to the link in the description, look at the description, the very first link. There's a form. Just fill out that form and you'll get a private one-on-one tutorial on how to make $2,500 a month using OddsJam. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a Ponzi scheme. Just fill out that form. We just need a little bit of information so we know how to categorize the meeting itself. And like I said, you'll get a private one-on-one tutorial on how you can make $2,500 a month with OddsJam. So make sure to sign up, use that form. I would also appreciate all the feedback I can get on the video. So if you could like the video, but more importantly, comment on the video, your feedback, and subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel. We've got a ton of content coming out for you guys. NBA playoffs, MLB, NHL, some other golf best bets, some UFC best bets. We also have a ton of betting education, betting advice, betting strategy, betting tutorial videos. So make sure to click that plus button on the OddsJam YouTube channel. Go to our NBA odds page in the link in the description. Find out all our picks for the series, for the games, and then, of course, fill out that form so you can make $2,500 a month betting on OddsJam. So, as you guys know, all my player props are going to have positive expected value associated with them. So, essentially, what that means for positive expected value bets is the OddsJam perfect line calculates the true line of a bet. This is from the sharpest sportsbook in the world. We deem this to be the most accurate pricing in terms of lines go. So anywhere we're getting more favorable odds, it's going to be a positive EV bet. So for my first bet, I'm looking at points, rebounds, assists for Brook Lopez. I got it at plus 100. The OddsJam perfect line has that at minus 128. The other side of that is minus 103. So one thing we need to do before locking in a positive EV bet is just calculate the market with 128, 103 are the two lines for the OddsJam perfect line. For two minuses like this, you just add those two numbers together. So that would make the market with 31 cents. For a player prop, anything below 40 cents is fair game. So that means this one is good to go. The way I know that it is positive EV as I just need to remove the VIG. So you guys are probably aware of what the VIG is by now. It's just essentially the tax that sportsbooks price the odds themselves, so they don't charge a transaction fee for you to actually place a bet. Instead, they just juice up the odds a little bit so that way they can accept bets from multiple people, from hundreds of thousands of people on both sides of a bet, and no matter what, the sportsbook will make their money. So, as my dogs run around, we need to do is remove the VIG. So the OddsJam perfect line has a no VIG fair odds calculator. So the two sides, minus 128, minus 103, puts the true line of this bet at minus 110 and plus 110. So I took this side. I took the side that the no VIG odds are minus 110. I got it at plus 100. That makes it positive expected value bet, that 10-cent difference. And I got it, I put 50 bucks on it on PointsBet. And what I'm doing now is I'm just adding this to my bet tracker. So OddsJam offers a bet tracker for completely free. This doesn't cost any money to use. You don't need to put down a credit card or anything like that. Just go to oddsjam.com, go to the bet tracker, and you'll get all this information. So what I love about the bet tracker, there are two things. The fact that it'll tell you whether your bet is red or green in terms of whether it beat the closing line or not. So the closing line is just the no vig fair odds line of the bet. So if it's green, that means you beat it. If it's red, that means you did not. Obviously, not every red bet is going to lose, as you can see here. Not every green bet is going to win, as you can see some tough losses here. But what it does mean is that the more often you are able to beat the closing line, the more profitable you will be over time. So as you can see, my beating closing line percent is a little over 73%. That's pretty good. Anything over 50%, you'll probably be profitable, but the higher that is, the more profitable you will be. Obviously, not every single bet you place is going to beat the closing line, and that's fine. Sometimes what I like to do is if I notice a bet has turned red, I'll try to cash it out. Sometimes I'll wait a little bit because the odds fluctuate a lot over the course of time, and it might be red one time and then it might be green a little bit later. So I'll wait a little bit, but if it gets closer to game time and the sportsbook allows me to, I will cash that out. And the second part about it that I love is it auto grades your bets for you. So you see pending bets here. It auto grades these bets. So I'll lock in a ton of positive EV bets as the day goes on, and the OddsJam bet tracker will just auto grade them as won or lost for me, which I really like. So my first bet, like I said, Brook Lopez over 22.5 points, rebounds, assists. The next one that I took, and this one I admit made me a little nervous, is I'm backing Trae Young to go over 27.5 points. So the OddsJam perfect line prices it at minus 147. The other side of that's plus 111, so only 36 cents in market with. I know it's plus EV. I don't need to bore you with how to remove the VIG again. And I took this one. I just feel like Trae, as good as the Miami defense is, as bad as he's looked against them, he's just going to put up a show in front of his home crowd. I think it's going to be one of those games where he shoots, 5 of 7 from 3, and he gets to the line a ton. So getting it at minus 105 on DraftKings, I think is a pretty good bet. I put 50 on this as well, and of course, just adding it again to my bet tracker. My next play, this one I want to say for last. I had the order wrong. So my next play, Chris Paul over 4.5 rebounds is the play here. This one is obviously in the Pelicans versus Suns game. So with Devin Booker's injury, you figure Chris Paul is going to just be a little bit more aggressive. I couldn't find any value on his rebound or his assists or points because they're priced a little bit higher than they normally are. But the rebounds at 4.5, I love getting for plus money, plus 120 on FanDuel. I could see this being a game in which Chris Paul has like a triple-double, essentially, just willing his team to victory amid Devin Booker's injury. So I got it at plus 120. The OddsJam perfect line has it at plus 100. The other side is minus 134, so only 34 cents in market with. So I put another 50 on this one. Chris Paul over 4.5 assists, plus 120 FanDuel, adding it to my bet tracker. And lastly, my favorite play of the night. I don't have a McSlam tonight because I've lost my last two player prop McSlams, so I'm just taking it easy in terms of that. But I did find a play here that I really liked that I put a little bit of a mini slam with fries on. It's Alex Caruso over 4.5 assists. So this is obviously in the Bucks versus Bulls game. Caruso had 8 assists in game 1, only 2 in game 2, but getting it for plus 130 odds is pretty good value. Projections, I've seen him have over 5 assists, so that obviously would hit this. The OddsJam perfect line prices that at minus 105. The other side is minus 128, so only 33 cents in market with. And like I said, I got it up all the way at plus 130 on DraftKings. So I hit this one. I put 75 on it, which is a mini slam with fries for me. Alex Caruso over 4.5 assists, adding it to my bet tracker. So now all 4 bets are going to be added to my bet tracker. It looks like one of them has updated the closing line, still waiting for the other ones too. Brook Lopez over 22.5 points, rebounds, assists. Trae Young over 27.5 points. Chris Paul over 4.5 rebounds. Caruso over 4.5 assists. So if you're tailing these bets, I would love to hear it. Like I said, you can hit me up at my Twitter handle below. You can comment on the video and provide your feedback that way. I love all the comments. Please make sure to like the video and Also, most importantly, subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel. Invest in your betting education. Watch all the videos that we put out on the YouTube channel. And of course, fill out that form you see in the description of the video, the very first link, how you can profit $2,500 using the OddsJam software. Schedule a one-on-one tutorial call, make that money, fill out that link. But as far as this video goes, that's all I got for you. So thank you guys for watching, and have a good one.